You ready to let the dogs out?
What? Do what?
From the All Indiana Podcast Network.
Join Pet Pals TV's Patty Spitler as we celebrate our furry friends.
Cats, dogs, and all the critters in your family.
Celebrate the bond between pets and people and meet Hoosier heroes saving four-legged lives.
I love it. Good. I'm glad.
It's the Positively Patty podcast.
I can't wait anymore. Me neither.
Now, your host, here's Wish TV contributor Patty Spitler.
Hello there. For Wish TV, I'm Pet Pals TV host Patty Spitler, and this is Positively Patty Podcast on our All Indiana Podcast Network. On this episode, we're talking with my friend, Grateful Rescue founder, Pamela Terhune. She's going to talk about what makes her rescue different than others. What does the sanctuary provide, and where are they going in the future? It's some amazing things. So we'll be looking for you on the Positively Patty Podcast. And we welcome you again to the Positively Patty Podcast, where we talk about people and animals and the connection they have together and how they help us all live a better life. Our guest today is one of my favorites. This is Pamela Terhune. She is the I'm looking at that big smile. And Pamela is the founder of the Grateful Rescue and Sanctuary. For those who may have been living under a rock and do not know, tell us about the Grateful Rescue and Sanctuary and where you are in Muncie, Indiana, and actually the whole country.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me, and it's a pleasure. Well, the Grateful Rescue and Sanctuary is an expansion of our current rescue, and we are building on 38 acres. Ooh. And our mission for housing the animals is to allow an indoor-outdoor, no-stress accommodations. Right. Their runs are like 12 by 70 feet. Wow. They have lots of room. We will be the largest sanctuary in the Midwest.
Say that again.
The largest in the Midwest.
The largest in the Midwest.
We will have the ability to house up to 500 dogs and 500 cats. Wow. Comfortably, not stressfully.
And that's what you said, because even one of your dogs that you have, you got she had kennel stress.
Right.
So these will not have kennel stress because they're not, and we've seen that. They're pacing back and forth.
They pace, they self-mutilate, they go crazy.
And they're not adoptable then because someone sees them and go, whoa,
that's
something
right.
wrong.
They just
so these dogs will get to run and go out if they want to. Mm-hmm. It's really an amazing thing.
Thank you.
What you're planning. Now, because of the pandemic, you've been pushed back a little bit.
We've been pushed back, but it doesn't make us any less motivated. We had a couple people who saw the stocks fall, and so they pulled back their finances, and then the government shut down, and we have to, each little phase we do, we have to go in and have government approval at the local level. And so we have, but we've started back up. We've been through the permitting stage, and right now we are working on the underground stuff.
Right.
Well, I think it's the boring stuff because I'm ready to have my buildings built and bring in the animals.
Well, you have to build a good foundation.
We have to have all the stuff underground, and that's what we're working on now. Things are moving right along. We love it. We also, something else I love, if I may, about our mission is we don't only serve animals, we serve the community.
Right.
We have lots of programs. It's a big umbrella of services.
Okay.
We, since we have the room and accommodations, if a soldier, for instance, is deployed, we often they have to surrender a pet if they don't have the finances or a family member to keep that pet.
And you do it for?
We will do it for free.
For free.
Not only do we do it for free, thanks to modern technology, the soldier can see the dog and speak to the dog.
You can Zoom with your dog.
Yes, and you can actually give it treats. You
how
can swipe your
wonderful.
phone and a treat will come out. You can say, "Want a treat, boy?" And then there goes the treat. So that's a big deal, and we also do that for domestic violence people because oftentimes they won't seek help because they
Right.
won't surrender their animal. And
I've
they won't
heard that
leave
so often that one of the partners will not, or a husband, wife, will not go in to seek help because they know that if they leave the animal behind, the animal will be hurt.
Right.
It's a way for that person who is committing the violence to hurt the person
Right.
by hurting the animal. So
Right.
that's a wonderful thing you're doing.
Thank you. And we also serve the elderly, and we serve veterans. We do therapy visits, and we bring our animals in and let them love on them. It just brightens their spirits. And we teach children.
That's so important. I love that.
Yes.
Because so many times, if the parent doesn't know or have an animal or was brought up around it, you don't know how to teach the kids how to do it.
Right.
And then the kids see a little fluffy animal. Oh, I'm going to run up and pet it. No,
Yeah,
no.
no.
Let the animal come to you. All those things you need to know that we've somehow lost the feeling for, lost track of.
Yeah, it's called Pet Education Project, and we go into schools and age-appropriate teachings. Right at first, we teach the kindergartners, first graders how to care for an animal, the basic needs, and then as they get older, say 6th grade, we teach about the spay and neutering aspect. And we also offer the children who are afraid to read, we have reading therapy dogs.
Because dogs don't
They
judge.
don't judge.
Now, cats may judge. No, I'm kidding. I'm
cats
kidding.
may.
No,
Yeah.
But dogs don't
say,
judge.
I don't like that story.
You read to the dog, and the dog's like, yeah, read some more. Read some more.
Yes, and it's so cute. The dogs actually put their paw on the book and like they're really paying attention. And maybe they are paying attention. And it brightens the spirit and it makes the child want to read. If they're in a situation where other classmates are laughing at them or judging them, they close down and then they stop the reading process altogether.
Right.
And it's so important to read.
Right.
So we offer that. So like I said, we have an umbrella of services in addition to the great care and stress-free mission for our animals.
I have a story I want you to tell. I've only seen the pictures. I haven't met the people or the dog in question yet. But you have a young boy who was adopted by, let me say, the dog.
Yes.
And this boy lost his older brother and was really stressful. Tell us how this happened and what this dog did that was in your care and the connection that was made between. It's just a wonderful story. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, it sure is. This was a German Shepherd that came to us by an elderly man, and the German Shepherd was just running amok. And he did not like, although we have rooms instead of cages for animals, he did not like it. He was a mess. He had separation anxiety.
Yep.
I thought he'd never find a home.
Right.
And
And German Shepherds, I do know from working with them and people who have them, in kennels and in rescues, they often are the hardest one to get adopted because
I didn't know
they're
what we were
protective
gonna
of their
do.
kennel. They don't, and they're so smart. They get stressed really easily.
Right.
So that's the dog you're dealing with. Go
Yes.
ahead.
Yes. And then a lady reaches out to me and she's looking for a dog. This dog's name was River, and he's the last one I thought of. I was thinking of
boy.
the other dogs. And she said, "Well, what about River?" I said, "Well, River has some separation anxiety issues, but I'd be happy to introduce them." Okay, so they come over, and she had told me that they had just lost her son a couple weeks prior
boy.
in a single car accident. And so she, at the time, before his passing, they were discussing getting a new dog. And Heath, his younger brother, was the one they were wanting to get this dog for now because he was having a very tough time adjusting with the loss. He admired his big brother. It was his role model. And then whenever they met, the dog instantly started barking at Heath excitedly.
Oh, excited. Okay.
And wanted to meet him. So Heath approaches River and puts his hand out. And River usually will pummel a person out of just need of something. And he softly started licking him, and
He went up by the side of his face
he
and his
licked
neck. I saw the
face, his
pictures.
neck.
It was just.
Heath wrapped his arms around him.
Oh my!
And they took that dog home, and that dog was not aggressive or frantic or anything at all.
He's home.
He lied down beside the little boy,
Oh.
and offers his paw, and he lies by the door. It's just it couldn't be a better story.
Perfect
I was
match.
surprised myself. And yes, that's the power of the companionship
But
that
you-
a dog will offer.
You don't know that until they beat.
No.
You never would have put these two together, and
That
actually, you
dog
might have been a little
chose, yeah.
afraid about it. Here's a German Shepherd. I mean, they're strong-willed, and from the pictures I've seen, I can't wait to do this story with you in a few weeks and share it with everybody visually as well. But that's just something. They just both got lucky.
They know instinctively whenever someone's hurting. And that's the mentality of most dogs. They instantly want to help their owners. And in this case, this little boy, it changed his life. I asked her how he's doing, and she said her
that's
son
important.
constantly says, "I love you so much, River. I love you so much." And so, yeah, it was a story, I say, literally made in heaven.
Oh, okay. Don't say literally, though, a lot. We want to spay and neuter. Remember that. I'm kidding. Okay. Also.
Oh, now I get it. Literally? Oh, litter. Okay.
Litter.
Yeah.
Also, we want to mention the fact that we are very much, and I try always to stay, how shall I say, to look at both sides and say, okay, I understand. But in this case, puppy mills, no. They're wrong.
Oh, no.
No, I've seen pictures, and I really didn't know this until I got involved with the show. 9 out of 10 dogs and pets that you find in pet stores, you're going to pay a hefty price, and they probably came from a puppy mill.
Yes.
And if you'd see how they were bred, they stand on wire cages all their life until they can't breed anymore. You are actively working to help not only to curb or rid yourself of puppy mills, but also to educate people. Because, again, I don't think a lot of... How much is that doggy in the window? We've been brought up to think, I can go to a pet store and buy a dog. And if you knew what Mom went through, you probably
And there was a
wouldn't do it.
time I did. One time I had a big house full of dogs. Bought every one of them from
How
a
about
pet
that?
store.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we stand firmly against that. In fact, we last year took in a big litter. Well, actually, it wasn't a litter. It was a bunch of puppy mill rescues.
I remember that, yes.
And those dogs had never seen daylight.
Never
and
been
these dogs
held.
are 7 or 8 years old, Patty.
I know.
Never seen daylight, never touched grass, terrified of a human touch. Matted, dirty. Oh, their teeth. Oh, they had
Some blind.
Yes, we had one dog that had lost an eye, and as I would go and look more into puppy mills because I want to fight them, and sadly, I have to learn more to do that, and realized a lot of them are missing an eye, and I thought, why is Leela missing an eye, and so many others? And I learned they power wash the cages with the dogs in them.
Yep.
And I mean, the cruelty is unimaginable.
Well, they're looked at for money, and then I've had people say, well, I'm rescuing the dog from the pet shop, but by buying this...
You're supporting.
You're supporting.
You're
exactly.
supporting it.
So we just need to learn more, and a responsible breeder, my Stewie came from a responsible breeder. You should be able to see where the puppy was born. Number one.
Yep.
Number two, health records.
Yep.
And number three is visit the place several times. I went up to, you remember Jeannie Whitten-Smith, and I went to her place several times and bothered her and and saw what you do. So you get the health records and you get to see where the puppy was born. That's so important. A lot of these puppies that you buy at a pet store have problems too. They've been inbred, overbred, Mom, you know. So they've got, right away you got to take it to the vet. That costs you a lot of money too. So I understand the fact that people say, well, I want to rescue them from the pet store, but in doing so we're continuing the sad process.
You're
because
just
the people
keeping
doing
it
this
going.
are only looking at the money. They don't look at them as living caring, cognizant beings, and
Right.
that's very sad.
And I do, even though my life is dedicated to rescue, I do believe in preserving pure breeds. And I have 2 King Charles Spaniels, and I did the same thing as you. I went to the home and met the parents of the dogs
Right.
and the whole setup. And they live like pets.
Oh, yes.
Lots of love, laying on the couches, and they just breed their animals in a responsible way, keep immaculate health.
Right. They're doing it for the love of the breed, not the love of the money. And the other thing is, I don't know if you had to or not, but when I got my Stewie, I had to sign a contract that said if I abused him, if I got sick, if I die, he goes back.
He goes back
to my breeder. A good breeder will do that. Okay, let's wrap up here with. We could go on and on. In fact, we'll have to continue.
I could talk all day.
To be continued on Positively Patty's podcast. It's hard to say that with Pamela. Where do people go? How can they get a hold of you if they want to help and contribute or be a part of your program?
Oh, I would love that and welcome that. Our website is gratefulrescue.org.
Grateful, GratefulRescue.org.
Yes. And our phone number is 844-SAVE-ALL.
844-SAVE-ALL. You're the whole
It's easy to
package.
remember. We're going to save them all, Patty.
Oh, I love that. Well, you're a true treasure. I'm so glad to know you.
It's an honor. Thank you.
No, it's meant to be. It's meant to be.
It is.
All right.
Thank
Well,
you.
kiss all your doggies for me. How many doggies are you going home to in your house?
I have 9 in my house. 8 littles and 1 big Faith.
Oh, but and Faith's losing weight too.
Faith is losing weight.
Okay.
She's on a program, has lost a couple pounds. And
I love it.
a little bit more to go.
Yeah, well, don't we all? So if you go also to my Facebook page, Patty Spitler, it's open. I can connect you to the Grateful Rescue and Sanctuary as well. So plenty of ways. You want to get in touch with us, baby, we'll let you get in touch with us.
Thank
Plenty
you,
of ways
Patty.
to do that.
Thank you.
Pamela, you're wonderful.
You're wonderful. Thank you.
That's it for another Positively Patty podcast. All those P's. Ooh, pee-pee. All right. That's what we say to the doggies. We'll see you next
Go
time.
pee-pee. Thank you.
Bye-bye. This has been the Positively Patty podcast from Wish TV. I'm Patty Spitler. Be sure to follow and subscribe to this podcast and check out our new updates every week. You can also learn more at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook.
Discover more pet-friendly stories at petpalstv.com and stay with Wish TV online at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Be sure to like and subscribe to this podcast and discover more great podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.